Do you camp, travel, road trip, or you're out on the field filming stuff, photoing stuff, and your batteries are dead, your cameras, your drones? This might be an amazing addition to your life or camera bag. I'm using it to charge up my light right now. It's a battery-powered light. You could do that while standing in the middle of a field, record for hours. They did send this to me to try out and use and keep forever, so thank you. But it's genuinely awesome. As cool as battery packs can get. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a battery pack, but it's a cool battery pack. And here are 3 reasons why, plus some reasons why not. For starters, it's got a huge capacity, 40,000 milliamps. Put that in perspective, my iPhone has a 3,000 milliamp battery, but it's not like you can just take the 40,000 divided by the 3,000 in my phone, and that's how many times it's gonna charge it. Those big numbers, the 40,000, this is an Anchor 10,000 milliamp, are generally the maximum amount that it can store under ideal conditions. It's the biggest number. That's the one that they're gonna market the most. That's the one you might think is like the most important. Big number equal good. You actually wanna look for a rated capacity, which is gonna take into account things like voltage conversion losses. So if you zoom in really hard and then squint, you'll see that the rated capacity of the Starship is 24,000 milliamps at 5 volt 3 amps, which is the output most fast charging bricks for your phone like this Apple one uses. So when the Starship's fast charging my phone, it's actually acting more like a 24,000 milliamp battery, and dividing that by my iPhone's 3,000 milliamp battery, you actually get about 8 full charges instead of thinking you get 13 full charges. And when you charge devices that draw even more power, that effective capacity drops even further from 40,000. So for my M3 MacBook Air, which probably has about a 4,800 milliamp battery in it, I initially thought 40,000 divided by 4,800, I'm gonna get like 8 full MacBook Air charges. That's insane. In reality, it draws more power than my phone, like 45 watts or more. So the effective capacity goes down, and I actually get about 2 full MacBook Air charges. Still amazing, especially considering how good MacBook batteries are now. You could go like a whole week just topping it up with this thing throughout the week. It's just important not to get fooled by the big numbers. But combined with that 40,000 capacity, you're also getting 140 watt maximum output. This means you can fast charge multiple devices at the same time, or power up higher demanding devices like bigger laptops or other stuff. To be clear though, you can't get 140 watts out of both USB-Cs at the same time. That'd be too awesome. Instead, it just distributes it depending on the needs of each device. And to get specific, for single port charging, so just one device plugged in, you can get 140 watt max out of either USB-C or just 18 watts out of the older USB-A. For 2-port charging, so 2 devices plugged in, you can get 65 watt max out of both USB-Cs at the same time, or 120 watts out of one USB-C and 18 watts out of the USB-A. And then for 3-port charging, so 3 devices plugged in at the same time, you can get 60 watt max from both USB-Cs and then 18 watts from the USB-A. Also, the screen here tells you real-time charging info, the wattage being drawn. This is a really powerful power bank. I've been able to charge up pretty much everything I need. And the Starship itself charges up faster than I thought too. 1.5 hours, 2 hours. And then another feature it has is that it can double as a charging station. So basically you plop the Starship on your desk, plug in preferably a 140 watt wall plug if you got one, connect that to the 140 watt USB-C in on the Starship. Now you can easily fast charge multiple devices like your laptop and phone straight from your desk, while keeping the actual Starship charged up too, ready to unplug and bring wherever you need. But now for the cons. So the screen is cool, but it's also really dim, and it's also really small. Like, see how big the front panel is? You could have made it like a bit longer or something. It's beefy. Nothing like the 10,000 milliamp Anchor I got here. You can slip this into your back pocket and charge your phone while at a festival or whatever. You're not doing that with this. You're gonna need a backpack or something. But at the same time, it's really not unmanageable. While it's not pocketable, it's easily portable. What does suck though is that it doesn't come with any sort of wall plug. They recommend a 65 watt to even charge this thing, and if you don't have one, then you're kind of screwed. You'd have to go out and buy one. And that's leading into the next part, is that the price. It's super expensive. I'd say it's fairly competitive to the competition out there, but there's no denying that it's an investment, especially when you do maybe have to pick up that 140 watt wall plug and some of the cable accessories they got. And then I also heard there's potentially issues with airports. They don't allow high capacity batteries. 40,000 might be over the limit. So I'd look into that. I guess another con would be is that it's not really widely available right now. I wish you could just go on Amazon and pick one up. These smaller ones are good because they're portable, but I feel like I'm charging this more than I'm charging my devices. If I'm going on an interior trip, this is gonna be the first thing I'm grabbing. Yeah, as long as this thing doesn't blow up in my face or completely crap out on me, I'd say this is a fantastic product. And thanks for watching a video about a battery bank. It's a good battery bank. I like it. So, farewell.